Hello, and welcome to another episode of the
Lume Plotters.
All right.
So, today, this is a mishmash episode. There's a few things we want to talk about, some housekeeping, and just basically cover what is going on in the watch market today. But before we get started, Ralph, would you like to tell the dear listeners what you're wearing?
Yes, I am wearing my Longines Master Collection Chronograph Moonphase full calendar, I guess.
Okay. Wow.
I don't know exactly the name of the watch, so I just rattled down.
So it's a full calendar. It's not a perpetual calendar. It's a triple calendar.
Yeah, triple calendar, chronograph, and the moonphase.
All right. On the other hand, I'm wearing my grandfather's 1970s Romer, which is apparently a Swiss brand.
Yes.
That was, they went out of business in 1975. They stopped making mechanical movements in 1975. So we don't exactly know how old this watch is, but it's a very interesting little 34 millimeter-ish, no date, Explorer dial style setup. So it has the 12, 3, 6, and 9, and everything else is just random baton markers.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's manual wind, very thin, very nice little 1970s. So I think it's around a 72, 73 cushion case. It's very cool. A little oval-sized watch. And apparently the story goes that it belonged to my godfather. And then when my godfather passed away, it was given to my grandfather. And then my grandfather wore it until his death. And then now I have it. So
nice.
Recently serviced.
It's good when you have a story.
But still seems, it's a good story. I like it.
I always feel with vintage watches, I can't care for vintage watches stories if it's not related to me, right?
Correct.
Then it's just, it's a scratched up watch. I don't care, right? I mean, for the story. I still care for the watch, but I don't care for the story. But if it's a family or heirloom watch or anything like that, not heirloom.
It's nice. Yeah.
Then it's really something nice. Then it's great. Then you want to wear it with all the scratches and everything on it. Yeah.
Well, this one is I told them specifically, don't change anything. Don't clean up the dial because the dial is so scratched. I don't know what he could have done to this, but there's scratches on the dial itself. I think one of the Lume plots kind of fell off and it's now missing. I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
My grandmother said, he did not baby this watch in any way. He wore it every single day. He had it on one of those elastic metal straps.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that is rusted all the way through. The spring bars were rusted in place. I had to my detriment, I stabbed myself a couple times with my tool, but I really had to pry them out. It was extremely difficult. So he definitely got it wet.
We should.
And I think it was wet with sweat.
We should make an episode about the dangers of watch tools because some of them are really sharp, right?
They are. I mean, I have the Bergeon spring bar tool, and that thing is, I could stab somebody in. It's absolutely insane.
Yes, me too. It's really sharp. Really,
it is
really pointy. Anyhow, so
all right.
What else are we talking about today?
We are talking about two things today. Once again, I mentioned how the watch industry is doing. We'll wrap up with that. But before we want to talk about something that has kind of come to my attention, and I've seen this on YouTube and I've seen this popping around, and I think it is by far one of the stupidest things in the world. Stickers for watches, aka protective films or stickers so that you don't scratch your precious watch while wearing it.
Yeah. Or
Ralph, what do you think?
Yeah, protection foils. It's like the PPF, paint protection film for watches.
I was saying it's more like screen protectors for phones.
Yeah, so same your phone doesn't have a case?
I don't have a case. Here's my phone right here. No case, no screen protector, nothing. This is about 3 years old.
Yeah. See, for me,
not one scratch.
See, for me, my phone, if I wouldn't have a case on it and a screen protector, it would be financial ruin for me. You know how often I drop my phone? Dude, I could vary. Once a week? Yeah. So
really?
And now these bloody phones are so expensive. So yeah, I eventually put covers on.
So I was telling my wife this. just the other day, we used to buy new phones every year.
Yeah.
That was not a big deal. You'd sell your old one, you'd buy a new one every time a new iPhone came out. And then this was at the time where I remember buying my 5S for like 1,200 dirham brand new.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was a normal price. And I was like, okay, who cares? 1,000 dirhams. Sell the old one for, 600 and you buy a new one. But now with these, over $1,000 prices, it's ridiculous. I mean, we're keeping ours much longer. So now this iPhone 12 is
but I think
Pro, whatever.
I think it coincided.
It's quite old.
Coincided a bit also with that the incremental changes are there, right? It's not anymore such a breakthrough now that the new phone is. So
this is the other thing. Yes, it was why are you buying some exactly? And this is the other reason why people are keeping their phones for longer, because the 12, 13, 14 so far have effectively been very, very similar. So
yeah, I mean they got better.
Maybe the 15
faster,
will be revolutionary
obviously.
new.
Yeah. So I'm due for a replacement because my battery is going a bit on its knees.
What are you on?
I'm 12 Pro.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm happy with it.
I bought mine right when they came out.
But I think either I change the battery, because then you also have a new, faster working phone. Because eventually when your phone doesn't have the full capacity anymore, they throttle it a bit to protect it from having a breakdown. Correct. But if you put a new battery in, then that is as fast as it was in the beginning again. So that's a good way of just getting your phone a new life. Just get a new battery in.
And it's not very expensive. For about 500 dirhams, I think you can get a new battery in
something, there. Anyhow, so I probably do that. But I'm also looking at maybe the iPhone 15. I don't know. I have to see what happens. Yeah,
Let's see in September what they bring.
September 12th. So we will know.
So my logic, once again, it depends on, are they drastically going to make a different phone? Is it going to be a different shape? Is it going to look different? Do anything special?
Yes, exactly. So if there's a big benefit,
but it's about time they do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so. But the competition is also not doing much, right? That's a thing. At least I don't even see about.
I don't watch the competition. I don't. I'm blind to everything. That's not Apple.
I always try to do everything. I mean, I'm working with Windows 11 and macOS and Linux. I'm always trying to keep my eyes open and see what's going on, just to not miss anything and just know and be, know what's going on.
Yeah.
I just
sadly, I don't do this. I'm terrible. I'm a horrible tech person, because anything that's not Apple, I'm just like, not interested. It's like anything that's not Rolex. I'm not interested.
You snob. Anyhow, so
yes,
watch stickers. You're saying these are the bane of your existence.
They are. I mean, it's just, so once again,
so you've seen my Submariner. You say a watch sticker has one purpose, and that is being peeled off by you.
Correct. So, and these are the factory stickers, once again.
Exactly.
Now people are peeling off the factory stickers and putting on aftermarket stickers to do the same thing that the factory stickers had.
No, the factory stickers are not the same quality. The aftermarket.
No, of course, they're a little bit thicker, but they're saying they're invisible, which is nonsense. You can clearly see the stickers.
It depends on
it's a joke.
It depends. So I have sticker 2 of my watches.
Oh my God!
Yes, I have done it. I'm admitting it.
That's preposterous.
Would I do it again? No. But and at the time, my reasoning was, I'm not so sure if I really want to keep these watches for long term. So I keep them as pristine as I can, so to retain the resale value and blah blah blah. And I thought, for me, it's always the first scratch that I get on a watch that really hurts, right? The first one is always like, because it's very prominent. You can see it. You will look at it every time you look at your watch, and you feel like, damn. Then afterwards, it's okay. The next few scratches, then you're over it, and it's just a normal watch. You wear it, and you're happy.
So funny enough, in the past, I should say, I never really was into buying pre-owned. I only bought new. And my first 5 or so watches were all brand new. And I was like, I don't trust people. I don't want to buy pre-owned. I want my own. Then what I realized is when I started getting into pre-owned, most of my watches that I bought pre-owned are usually like between 6 months and a year old. So we're not talking vintage by any means. These are relatively new watches, but the first scratch is generally already there.
Yeah, that's easy, right? You can wear it free.
I don't
free
care
from
anymore.
Your heart. Yeah, freedom.
And it is
freedom.
You save 10,000 dirhams for starters. I'm looking at my Cartier Santos, which everyone says is a scratch magnet. It already had a few hairline scratches. I saved 10,000 dirhams off list price. It was 6 months old with the original invoice from Mall of the Emirates. And I'm okay with saving 10,000 dirhams for a couple of hairline scratches.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I haven't even bothered looking at it since to see if it had any new or different scratches. To me, it's just worn in now.
Yeah. So I tried to put some. I stickered Black Bay 58 just to see how that works with these stickers, right? I got them at a discount and I thought, okay, let's do it. So first of all, I am Mr. Butterfingers. So me putting these stickers on was a steep learning curve. It's not easy. You have to be pretty precise and you have to know what you're doing, or you just get into it after a couple of them. Then
I don't think so. I have to add here. I was recently playing Legos with my daughter, and I had to put the stickers on for certain Lego pieces. And even then, these are absolutely horribly off center, tilted.
Yes.
And this is just Legos. It's a block I'm putting on. I could not imagine putting this on the side of a Rolex case.
Yeah. It's not so easy. But most of them, they have this, they're wet. So that means you put them in water and then you put them on the watch. So you can move them around until they sit properly.
Okay, yeah.
Then you just dab off the water, wait a few minutes, and pop, it's attached. So generally, I think I have them on the case and on the clasp, no other places, because I put them on these bracelets and it looked awful. I didn't like it at all. But that's usually bracelet and clasp is where I get my scratches, right? So I thought, okay, on the clasp, that could be okay. But then after, let's say 30, 40, 50 wears, you can see that on the corners of these stickers, you might see a bit of dirt coming in, a bit of dust or some things, and it might start to look a bit ungainly. So that's when I now decided to remove the stickers.
Yeah.
So now I don't have the stickers there anymore. I still have them on the side of the case on these two Rolex watches. The person I sold my Black Bay 58 to, because I removed the stickers before selling it, was extremely happy because they're like, oh my God, there's literally, looks like brand new. I'm like, yeah. And then I thought, see, I didn't even get more money for it because of that. So I babied my watch for the next person. And
yes, but you say you didn't get more money, but you probably would have gotten less money if it was scratched.
Maybe, I'm not so sure about this. But my point
depends on how it looked.
My point is, so you could do one thing. You put the stickers on your watch. You buy an aftermarket bracelet, right? So you wear the aftermarket cheap bracelet. You keep the real one pristine. You keep the watch mostly pristine with the stickers, right? You can wear it freely because now that you have stickers, you can wear it, right? You can beat it up to a certain extent because it doesn't get scratched, right? So you have the freedom of wearing your watch.
You're never going to convince me.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the thought process. I'm just trying to explain the motives of people who put the stickers on. I'm not saying this is the way, right? I'm not trying to, missionize people to buy stickers.
The watch stickers.
But I'm saying this, I understand. But then you're not wearing the original bracelet. You're wearing an aftermarket bracelet. I mean, if that's what you want, that's fine, right? I mean, I wore my Black Bay 58 on this Jubilee bracelet, which I really loved. But
once again, some aftermarket bracelets are better than the original, so there's no complaints. And the Black Bay is one of them.
But
the Uncle Seiko's Jubilee is better than the original.
But yeah, I mean, for who are you doing this? Is it only for your pocket? Are you only motivated to retain that value? And then the next owner will be very happy. But you have gone through so many pain, basically, and not enjoyed your watch as intended, let's say it this way, just for another person down the line. It's like having a seat protector in your car sometimes, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say this. Exactly.
But
Not
then
seat protector. What has been recently discussed in our group? The rim protector, which looks absolutely disgustingly hideous. It is a black piece of plastic that is basically in the bead of your tire, right? That sticks out so that you don't scratch your rim. Well, how about you don't scratch your rim by not hitting a curb?
Yeah, but if that's, I mean, look, my car had a lot of scratched rims over the years, right? But then I've realized that it's not too expensive to get it fixed. It's about like 250 to 300 dirhams per tire, and then you have a brand new tire, and you have a brand new.
Or you could do what I did for my wife. Is I downsized her. She has an SUV. I downsized the rim to 16 inches, which is the smallest that would fit over her brake caliper, and I got her 275/75 tires, massive, like big, chunky off-road tires. She can hit any curb she wants, and the rim is going to be perfectly fine. Yeah. So ultimately, right, there's solutions against it. You don't need to have these ugly.
Petrol head. So if you come with anything that is not low profile, she will tell you.
Yeah,
like,
this is the.
These rims but ultimately, are ugly.
my Pirelli P0s on my car. Yeah. Have the rim protector kind of thing that sticks out and is built in.
Some have that. Yeah,
I mean, you have to hit a rim, the curb hard to get past that. So.
However, so that people are willing to have aesthetic inconvenience, right? Obviously, in order to protect the rims or their watch.
And the same for the watches.
I can argue that with my stickers, from a distance of more than 1 meter, 1.5 meters, you probably won't be able to see the stickers if they're attached properly.
And if is your arm more than 1 meter away from your eyes? No, it's not.
It's not.
And who's looking at it? No one else is looking at your watch but you.
Yeah, but on the sides of I'm not looking on a profile on the watch because I only have it on the sides, right? So yeah, I don't really see them. So for me, it's just like, okay, fine. But would I put them when they finally reach the end of life? Will I put new ones on? No, I won't. So it's an experiment. I did it. It's not for me. I have not put it on any of my new watches. I mean, not only because probably they don't exist for these watches. I mean, they only exist for very popular watches, right? Especially
they're not making stickers for the Moser dual time?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think they sell enough Moser dual times to warrant a secondary party making stickers.
So far, there's only 200 made. So
yeah, I think that is super cool. By the way,
there's no point. But so I feel this is where. I recently saw a couple of comments on a watch sticker video, and my God, the watch world is getting up in arms about it. I mean, most people are very vocal about it, like this is a violation of the laws of the universe, right? I mean, how can you put a sticker on your watch? Then some people are saying like, no, I want to dominate my watch. I heard this recently from somebody who said like, it's my watch. It does what I want it to do. I am in the driving seat. The watch is not wearing me. I am wearing the watch. So it's mine, and I show it that it's mine. And if it got scratches, it doesn't matter. They like the feeling like you're not really owning the watch if you're babying it like or people saying if you have to protect your watch like that from scratches, then this is beyond your means. This is a watch you shouldn't even have because you're so scared of scratching it. So don't this is
going back to the seat protectors. Of course, in Emirati culture, we see this a lot with the black abayas, right? Black abayas, the women's traditional clothing, tend to stain light leather surfaces and light colored surfaces in general. So I've seen this a lot where somebody will have a Rolls Royce with the fanciest leather upholstery, and they will literally have a plastic bag over the seat. And then I think to myself, this person would rather sit on this plastic bag from Carrefour than on this extremely expensive leather that Rolls-Royce has handpicked and stitched together.
This is again, I had this once when I got my Japanese jeans. I don't know, some stuff, right? don't know if it was actually Uniqlo or something really fancy. I don't know. Anyhow, so
Momotaro.
Momotaro. Oh, so hi. Konnichiwa. Hi, gozaimasu. I have Japanese customers at the moment, so that's why. Yes.
Yeah.
So no, I had a beige Lexus with a seat cooling and heating. So you have perforated seats, so they with the cooling in it. So that means you can't have a cover on it because otherwise you can't cool your seats. But I didn't want to have covers on it in any case. But my point was, I had this set of new jeans. I wore it. I just got in the car a few times, and then I realized, geez, my beige leather seats are really,
no longer
really
beige.
blue where I sat on them. And I thought, no, that's bad. But then I realized with a nice leather cleaner and a small cloth, it just comes off like nothing. I didn't know that.
And this
but
is
you
what
have the
I don't
right
understand.
you have the right material for it, and it was just like pristine. And from then on, I used this leather cleaner for every leather upholstery, and it's amazing. You put this on, and after it's called luminol or something, luminol, something like that. Perfect. I don't know what's in it, but it is just
so. And this is ultimately what I think as well. This goes beyond car seats here. This goes into watches. This goes into everything. Most of the damage that you inflict on your watch can be fixed.
Yeah, every modern watch can be polished a couple of times before anybody would realize it. Yeah.
And this is the one thing that I say is I personally like to see that my watches are beat up. I like the scratches. I like looking at the clasp of my Submariner and saying, wow, I've had this for nearly a decade, and it's every single scratch is special to me, right? Those are, to me, my battle scars that I've put into this watch, and it just kind of prolongs or makes the love of that watch even greater. So I was looking at the bottom of my Speedmaster, which I think for all of my watches, the one that I change the straps on the most is the Speedmaster. And I'm not a particularly careful person. And if you look at the bottom side of the Speedmaster, at the ends of the lugs, where you push in the spring bars, every time you push in a spring bar,
you see how you
the other
butchered
side,
it.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I took a macro to it, and I took a couple pictures, and it's unbelievable how scratched it is, but only in that little area, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and nobody sees that when you wear the watch. Yeah.
No, it's hilarious, but still, to me,
but this is part of the learning
because
curve,
it's mine.
Right? Yeah,
I don't. Not even that. I did this, and I did this knowingly and willingly, and I'm happy with it.
No, I mean,
and that's ultimately what it comes down to.
The more experienced you are with changing your straps and changing the, removing the spring bars, the better you get with that. And
you can even see, here's a picture I'm going to show you. You can see the times the spring bar tool slipped out of my hand.
Well, yeah, that looks like the surface of the moon.
It does. It is very similar. But you see the two times that the spring bar tool got away.
Ooh, yeah, that are quite some long scratches as well.
Yeah, but once again, it's the bottom of the watch. Who cares?
Yeah.
So, but I love this picture. It shows me, or it reminds me, I should say, of what I've been through with this watch. And to me, that's kind of cool. There was one other picture of the other side of it as well.
So obviously, we coming back to the stickers. So on that side of the watch, you wouldn't even have stickers, right? I mean, some of the sticker packs come with.
No, some people put those little stickers every time they change straps or spring bars. They will put little yellow, tape on it to make sure that it doesn't scratch the watch.
If I would change somebody else's spring bars, I would do the same.
I would too.
You protect everything because you don't want to scratch somebody else's watch. That's that's really
exactly
bad.
correct. Is you cannot scratch anybody else's watch, but you can scratch your watch as much as you like.
Yeah, exactly. But I think in general these stickers. Yeah, I would also say if the only reason is if you really have. If it's your first expensive watch and you are feeling so protective about it because you feel like, oh, I've spent so much money on it, there's one side of me that agrees with the people saying like, well, then you can't really afford it if you can't wear it freely and happily without a protection sticker. But on the other hand, I do understand that some people just love their watches pristine. They don't want to have a scratched up watch. Some people just are not like that. And a self-healing, super high-tech protection film that gets a scratch, but 2 days later it's gone because that somehow self-healing nanotechnology, whatever is on these protection stickers, well, okay. If it rocks your boat, I'm a bit more impartial about it, right? I can understand some people like it, fine. I'm not getting in a hissy fit. I know my knickers are not in a twist.
Yeah, you seem to be much more calm about these polarizing things.
Yeah,
Date windows
it's
and
just like
display case
age.
backs.
It's a bit
Could be.
more mellow with age, and you think like, come on.
No, I
there's
think
other
any
things
type of
in life to
protection
get
thing,
annoyed on.
But, once again, I think any kind of protection, be it cars, watches, whatever, I think they're kind of stupid.
But
I'm okay with protective cases. So once again, having your watch in a watch box, having your watch when you're traveling in a roll, having your pen in a sleeve, so to speak. All of these are fine by me. But when you're using it, you should be using it as the designer, as the maker of that product intended. And that's one of the reasons that I don't put my iPhone in a case. Is because that is how it was designed to be used.
But
they did not design.
Well, they designed cases.
They designed cases, but this is prior. I mean, if we go back, remember, Apple has not made cases until it was like the iPhone X, 2010,
until
2015.
The phones warranted it, basically, right? To a certain extent.
Exactly.
I think.
So it originally started without any Apple branded cases. And that to me means that's how they wanted you to use it, and they made it strong enough for you to drop it a couple times.
I still have somewhere my Nokia, my old Nokia, that still lasts like 7 days with its battery.
Yeah, and then no cases there either.
No, because it's
had a leather
plastic.
sleeve
it just falls
thing that they
down
made
and everything. It falls into 3 pieces, like the back cover, the battery, and everything flies away.
Anyway,
but it still works afterwards. Yeah, but see, this is the thing. I think you're not writing with your pen with, let's say, a cotton glove, right? So you're using your hands. Yeah, there's certain things that you like, the tactile experience of touching it, and that's one of the things that I must say
I like touching my watch.
I miss with when I have stickers, when you touch certain areas of the watch and you don't feel the steel with your fingertips.
Exactly, you're feeling plastic.
You feel a bit of a warmer plastic touch. That's not cool. That's not so nice. That's why I won't replace them. But as I said, it's if God would have intended watches to have stickers, they would have stickers when they are delivered. Oh, wait, they have.
Exactly. And this is, okay. But now.
No, I was just joking.
Okay, one step further. You're absolutely right, though. What about leaving on the original stickers? What if you went to get a new Submariner, you got your new Submariner, and then you said, you know what? I'm going to leave the case side stickers on because those are unbelievably well placed. They are so precisely cut for the watch. That I think I could be okay with. But if you wore for a while, let's say you're as you said, you're not sure if you want to keep the watch.
But they won't let you.
Keep those stickers on. Oh, that's right. They don't let you anymore.
They don't let you.
Okay, so for me, remember,
I tried when I
had my stickers.
Yeah, when I got mine delivered and asked them, hey, can you at least leave the one on the clasp on it? Right? The center link, the polished center link clasp.
And then what did they say?
Just that one, please, please, please. Yeah, he said, and just put it in the bear box. So yeah, he did it, but it.
So when I got my sub, of course, it was full stickered. And I remember for the first day or two, I wore it fully stickered. Fully as in, of course, the bracelet had no stickers, but just the case of it, I kept that on because it was, I don't know why.
So yeah. I mean, I got this sticker set, right? And when I put them on, there were stickers even for the sapphire crystal and for the back of the watch and for everything. And I put them all on. But after like one time wear, I decided, no, first of all, no, none of the sapphire crystal because that's stupid. None on the case back, and then definitely none on the bracelet. So
a lot of people leave their original case back sticker on,
but that also feels a bit weird because I feel that that's it's more sweaty. I don't know. I'd rather have the sapphire crystal on the back. If it is some watches, the lower priced watches are not sapphire on the back, right? They're just normal glass. or hardened
No,
glass.
I mean, I don't. I'm thinking more along the lines of steel.
Oh, right, steel,
for non-display case specs, tutors and etc.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Long story short,
that's it. Stickers.
It's not as polarizing as we thought.
No, I think it is with a lot of people. It is. For them, it's just like sacrilege if you do this. If you put stickers on it.
I think so,
and
but
I've heard it from people who said, like, if I see somebody with a stickered watch, I feel embarrassed for that person. I laugh at that person.
I will judge them. I will 100% judge them if I see the stickers.
Still better than a fake.
Honestly, here's the funny thing is I've seen your 2 Rolexes a number of times and I've never seen the stickers.
There's only two on it, right? I mean.
Yeah, but I haven't seen them. And I've handled both of your Rolexes and I've never once said, oh, look, there's a sticker.
Yeah, because they were good ones. They
Maybe
cost
I just
like
never looked close enough.
These stickers, right?
Jeez.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
It's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I know, but you can get cheaper ones. But I got these super ones from Singapore, and yeah. But again, and I would never put them on another time. It's okay.
Don't do it.
Because I also know now that I keep the watch, right? It's my watch.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is I see this thing. I have sold so many watches that are a couple days old, and I took the stickers off, and I lost so much money because of this. So if I had kept the stickers on for those, first couple days, first 48 hours, I think I would have saved a lot of money in the long run.
Yeah.
And that's just the original stickers.
But you know what I also did for my Explorer 2, because I wore it a lot. I got so many scratches on the side on the first one or two links of the bracelet that is horribly scratched. I don't know why. I don't know what I did, but my God. And then I think also Rolex watches scratch easier.
They do.
904
I believe
L
so.
steel is actually a bit softer than 316. A lot of people saying, oh, it's special hard steel. No, it's not. It's actually softer than 316. It's more resistant to, what is it?
Corrosion.
Corrosion resistant, yeah, but not scratch resistant. Yeah. So that's it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. So quickly, before we wrap up, let's do a few minutes
buy the Lume Plotters stickers under stickers at Lume. No, I'm joking. We are not selling stickers.
No, we do not have stickers. Maybe we'll make some stickers for like a nice Lume Plotters logo sticker one day, but not for your watch.
We can do that. Yeah. All right.
So wrapping up with what is going on in the watch market. What is going on? As we've noticed, things are getting very soft.
The watch market is dead.
The market is going down and down. Tudor especially is in the toilet. But I was at the
regionally.
One of these watch dealers, kind of jewelry shops yesterday, and they had a Batman. And I told the guy I would buy the Batman from him. It was 2019, very nice condition, clearly not worn very much, no box, but with papers. And the guy told me he had bought this for 58 and he was selling it for 50. Or 52, he said. And I told him I'll give him 50, and he said no. But the idea is him telling me he bought it for 58. He as if I care that he's losing money. And I told him, I'll come back in 6 months and it's going to be even less.
But this is the funny thing. I've seen the overseas recently, second generation in a pre-owned shop just this last weekend. And I asked, so, okay, this is black dial, all right? And he had a white dial as well. I said, okay, the white dial must be cheaper then, right? He said, no, sir, that is more expensive. And I said, but the white dial is not as popular. And he said, yeah, but we bought it more expensive. And you think, as if that determines of how much somebody is willing to pay for it, right? Like
exactly. The market is soft, and you're trying to tell me I bought it for 50. Okay, so if I go out and I buy a Rolex Explorer for 300,000 dirhams, that means that I'm going to be able to sell it for 200? No. Right?
Exactly.
Because just because you made a stupid mistake doesn't mean your customer will.
Yeah, exactly.
So ultimately, and of course, but once again, you don't have the foresight to know what's going to happen in a couple of months, years, whatever. Yeah. So this Batman has been sitting there for about 6 months.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of dealers and a lot of people who have inventory and buy inventory, it's the nature of things. You lose money when the market goes down if you're sitting on inventory. Yeah. It is just.
And this guy is. But
it is your risk. And some things go up, you make a lot of money. Things go down, you might lose some.
Which is funny because
can you
this
wait
guy,
it out? Maybe, but I wouldn't bet on it.
if you want to, if you're not in a rush.
I wouldn't bet on it.
No, but this is the thing: is if you as a customer wants to wait to see if the prices go down, you could be tricked. Prices could go back up. But ultimately, if it's your inventory, I would get rid of whatever you have just to recover whatever costs you initially put into it.
No, but, and of course also free up the money that is being stuck in this asset.
Yeah, of course, and try to buy something else to make more money on. Because
exactly.
when you win some, you lose some, right?
Exactly.
So if you lost some, then you should try to win some next. But ultimately, I mentioned this. This same person had back in COVID 2 Air Kings, one with a blue dial, one with a silver dial. I mentioned the silver dial I looked at a while ago. The guy wanted $20K each for them.
Wow.
Back during COVID. But back during COVID, anything with a Rolex logo was going for absurd amounts of money.
Yeah.
And I told the guy at that time, I'll give you $10K. He said no. Obviously, he said no. But what's funny is 2 years later, he still has the watch and he's offering it now for $12K. And if I were to say $10K, I guarantee you he would sell it to me when he could have just done this 2 years ago and we would have been done.
Yeah. And you would have had the 10K
everybody's in the same place.
Could have made, with this 10K, would have bought and sold other things and made a profit for it.
But he stuck to his guns and and now the funny thing is for 10K, I wouldn't take it. I don't think. You know, if you would have said 8K, I probably would take it. But
yeah,
as the market went down, so did my expectations on price, right?
Yeah, Watch Charts did a nice video just a few days ago about how the watch market is generally down. I think the only watch brand that is not really down a lot is A. Lange & Söhne for some reason. But other than that, it's really everything just went down by quite a few, sometimes double percentages from the beginning of the year to now. If you go from the peak, the drop is even higher. So the peak 2021, 2022. So where the peak of the market was. So yeah, the market is down. Watch brands are still producing. They're still selling. I mean, I've been to the Rolex shop and I've sat in a coffee shop before and I saw people just going in and picking up watches, right?
But here's the thing: I think ultimately, who is getting affected by this? It's not the primary, authorized dealers. It's going to be the aftermarket gray market.
Yes, exactly.
So this is the issue:
who paid a premium. That's
who paid a premium are going to now be, especially these guys. A lot of them have this debt model where they're taking on debt. Or loans or whatever to buy these watches at higher prices. And then they are hoping to turn that debt around by selling the watches. But now that they can't sell these watches, if they took on this original debt, now they're kind of screwed and they could potentially go bust because they are not able to pay back those loans anymore.
Leverage is never a good thing if the market goes down, unless you bought some put options. But this is really, it's a gamble. It's a gamble and a big risk. So I think my prediction for the watch market for the remainder of the year, I do not think we are seeing an uptick at the end of the year. People always say, summer is always slow.
It might go back up.
Yeah, but we said that during the times when it was good. We said, the summer is slow, but it wasn't. And so now when the times are bad, like last summer, no, it wasn't better.
But remember,
this summer
you have to remember, ultimately, why did the market go up? It was during COVID. Peak COVID was the highest prices. Why? Because people were stuck at home with disposable income and weren't traveling and were spending money on watches.
The interest rate was zero. Money was just...
So because of this.
cheap.
And then as soon as everything opened back up, now, wait, I have other things I can spend money on.
Of course.
Outside of the house, I can go out to eat. I can do this.
The disposable income was travel, all of the stuff. Yeah, absolutely. It's being spent elsewhere.
And now they were saying that the airline industry has one of the strongest years on record, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
right?
because the prices are so high, because capacity is not yet on the same levels, right? Because so many...
No, they were saying that capacity has reached or exceeded the levels that they originally anticipated already.
Anticipated, but not the same as 2019.
No, but the prices, the revenue has
because the prices are so high.
Been recovered.
Because now the prices are way higher than they used to be in 2019. So the revenues, yes, but capacity is still not on the same level, but it's getting there. But also we have inflation. Money is more expensive. Mortgages are getting more expensive. Everything debt finance is more expensive. So there's a lot of things where people feel the pinch, right? Salaries are not rising in the same amount as this inflation does. So it's not the same easy peasy, I'm spending a lot of money. And of course, if you can't buy a watch and sell it for a profit, people are not interested anymore. If you tell somebody,
once
hey,
again, I always say this, I always maintain this.
I have this.
Do not buy a watch because you think you're going to make a profit on it. You buy a watch because you like it. This is, of course, not for dealers. This is not advice for dealers because then you'd be a terrible dealer. But for end users like us, you buy a watch because you like it. In fairness, I don't care if I lose money on a watch. I have zero interest in that. If I love the watch, I'm going to wear it. And then if I fall out of love with it or just say, okay, I no longer want this watch. If I take a hit, I take a hit. But I look at it like, okay, I wore it for X number of weeks, years, months, whatever, for this much money.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I got to learn and experience something new.
I agree with that. I fully support that stuff. I think you should. I mean, it's a nice side effect if your watch that goes up in price or doesn't lose any money or doesn't lose any value. That's great. But I always say buy smart. Certain watches just don't pay the full retail price. Buy it with a discount. Yep. Wait for a good whatever summer surprises, shopping festivals. I don't know. Just a good deal. Buy it pre-owned exactly. Have somebody else take the hit, and then you're fine, even with watches that lose some money from retail.
But there's some watches where this is not even possible anymore. And this is one of the issues. One of the watches that popped into my head recently is, I might be interested in, is I've always liked IWC.
Yes.
And I always liked the big pilots, but of course, big pilots are too big for me. But I was thinking, okay, maybe the IWC Big Pilot 43 I could pull off. I'd like to try it out. But of course, being a Richemont brand, there's zero discounts at the boutique.
Yeah.
The secondary prices are low, but it's kind of hard to find one.
I would say just wait a bit. It's getting,
so exactly. This is exactly what I said. I'm not going to pay retail price because I'm not going to pay 35,000 dirhams for an IWC. I think that's ridiculous. For a big pilot, that was 25,000 just a couple of years ago. Because of course they're doing their Richemont style price hikes as well.
Yeah.
So, you wait, you see what you can find. And if somebody happens to be selling, then that's what you buy. Right. So,
absolutely.
Follow these watch groups, follow Facebook Marketplace, look around and see what else is out there. Joma Shop is always a very good place that I look at to get a gauge on how much watches are going for.
Yeah, and Joma Shop is this now. I mean, there was a time when they literally didn't have much except pre-owned inventory, right? They didn't have new discounted
now they have
ones.
Everything brand new.
Now
it's all gray market, but
now it's now the traditional gray
remember,
market.
You don't get your warranty card, right? They give you everything but the warranty card for everything you buy. But it's very legitimate. My brother, for instance, has bought every single one of his watches on Joma Shop. And he's picked up some ridiculously good bargains for just recently. He picked up the Oris Big Crown Pointer date in the that blue what's the limited edition, or what is it called? The
Serratanium?
Servo Volante.
Sorry.
Servo Volante, the strap manufacturer,
right.
the company they did it with, the collaboration, that he picked up for 50% off retail.
Nice. You can't complain.
And it's still brand new. And he got everything for it except for the warranty card. So,
but they do give Joma Shop warranty, but you have to send it to them, and then they will send it back to the shop, and it's a bit complicated. Yeah.
Exactly. Which I wouldn't really want to deal with, but
no. But usually, I mean, you shouldn't. You have to factor in that you might have to pay one service out of pocket because you won't get the warranty.
Yeah, you never know.
But but then still, it's a good deal if you get 50% discount.
But the problem is, once again, I nearly bought my JLC Reverso on Joma Shop. And it was this logic that you just said that I didn't buy because it wasn't a good enough deal. So by the time you factored in shipping and import duties and VAT and everything, I think I was at 25,000 dirhams. And the price here was 28,800 or something. So it was 3,800 dirhams difference savings. But then I thought about it. JLC has a 7 or 8 year warranty now.
Yeah.
So I said, if in that 7 or 8 years, I need one service. They have a service chart calculator on their website. So you can put in your watch and you can look up how much a regular service costs. Magically, my watch, the service was 3,000 dirhams.
So yeah, then it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
it's not going to be worth it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Then
So-
it's not worth it.
Yeah. But once again, if you're getting 50% off and it's an Oris
Right.
and it's a Salida movement that anybody can service,
Exactly.
at that point, who cares?
Yeah.
That's a bargain.
Absolutely.
So-
I mean, you have to be smart. And that's why I'm saying, just be smart with buying, right? Buy it at the right
really
time.
smart with buying. That's why I buy
Wait.
10 tutors and sell them all for a loss.
You're Mr. Impulsive. Yeah.
I am. I'm very impulsive.
I'm also
when it comes
very
to it.
impatient
Yesterday,
when
I told you. Yesterday, I almost bought a Batman.
When it-
If the guy would have said 50K, I would have freaking bought it. But lucky for me, oh, thank God he said no.
Yeah, but
my
this-
wife would have killed me.
These are the things when I think also, I'm impatient. When I make a decision that I want something, I want it yesterday.
Yeah, this is
It
the
can
problem
take
with me too.
weeks or months to make that decision. But once I make the decision that I want it, I can afford it, I want to have it.
It's exactly the
I
way
want
I
it
am.
yesterday.
Exactly. And this is the problem is then I start getting biased and then making decisions based on how quickly can I get something as opposed to what's the smartest way of getting it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We have to control ourselves a bit.
You know,
more.
I'd rather pay 400 dirhams more today than wait till tomorrow
Yeah.
kind of deal, right? Then this is the issue.
Yeah. We have
So-
to.
And that's, I felt
better
like this
with
was the problem with the Joma shop order as well, is I would have saved 3,800 dirhams in the short run and then lost a bunch of money in the long run.
I think that makes sense. It has to be, if you have these downsides, like not getting the warranty card, you have to be compensated for that properly.
Yep.
Yeah. It has to make sense.
Exactly.
All right.
So I agree. And I think it makes a lot of sense. So be smart. All right. So
Guys, be smart, be safe,
once again,
and keep your watches stickered.
So, all right. Once again, guys, on that bombshell, thank you
Alrighty.
for listening and follow us at Lume Plotters on Facebook. Or not Facebook, sorry.
Instagram.
What are we on? Instagram. Is that what it's called these days? Instagram, Meta. Not to be confused with Meta certification.
It's not X. It's just Instagram.
Exactly. So anyway, follow us and on YouTube. We're on YouTube as well. If you want to watch our
Watch our podcast
quote
without
unquote,
any video.
watch our podcast without any video, but you'll see my beautifully created logo, which looks great.
Yeah,
I have to say.
the best we ever had.
Exactly. All right.
All right. Bye bye.
Once again, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.